मंजिलें उन्हें मिलती हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है। Hello and welcome to the another special episode of PIM Talks. I'm your host RJ Suhani, and today we have someone exceptional with us. An individual whose story speaks of dedication, discipline, and an unshakable commitment for serving the nation. He is an officer of the prestigious Indian Foreign Services, Mr. Gaurishankar Gupta, sir. Thank you, sir, for coming here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for the invitation and also for the podcast.
Thank you, sir.
I am greatly delighted to be back in the institute because
sir.
I have been one of the alumni here, passed out in 1978. So let me also repeat one of Ramdari Singh Dinkar's, two lines. Kham thok thel leta nar jab पर्वत के जाते पांव उखड़ मानव जब जोर लगाता है पत्थर पानी बन जाता है.
Fantastic.
So when you determine, you decide what you want to do, then you can cross all the heights of this universe. It's the thought process which takes you forward. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad it is said that you should always have good thoughts. The thoughts become your desire, desire becomes your will, will becomes your action, action becomes your life. So the thought and life are directly correlated, and we should keep in mind that our thoughts are good and our determination is strong.
Fantastic, sir. So, sir, before we dive into your career and your journey, I would like to ask you a question जो मुझे लगता है कि मेरे साथ साथ आधे से ज़्यादा लोग आपसे पूछना चाहते होंगे कि इस सफ़र की शुरुआत कैसे हुई? Was it all a dream?
इसकी शुरुआत बड़ी आश्चर्यजनक है. मैं खुद भी कई बार अपने आप से ये पूछता हूँ कि ये हुआ कैसे, क्योंकि मैं एक बहुत छोटे से गांव अजीतगढ़ में पैदा हुआ और वहाँ की स्कूल में मैं पढ़ा. हायर सेकेंडरी मैंने वहाँ से की. उसके बाद मैंने बीकॉम यहाँ से किया. हमारी फैमिली की परिस्थितियाँ इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी, तो बड़ी मुश्किल से मैंने किसी तरह से बीकॉम किया, बट मेरे को स्कॉलरशिप मिल गई क्योंकि मेरा एकेडमी रिकॉर्ड बहुत अच्छा था. और उसके बाद प्रोफेसर सरीन जो यहाँ के फाउंडर डायरेक्टर थे, उन्होंने कहा कि यू हैव टू कम टू द इंस्टीट्यूट एंड डू योर एमबीए. तो फिर मैं यहाँ आ गया और एमबीए के बाद मेरे को एक इच्छा हुई कि क्यों नहीं मैं कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम में अपेयर हूँ. तो पहले मैं इंडियन इकोनॉमिक सर्विस में सिलेक्शन हुआ, फिर मैंने उसको ज्वाइन नहीं किया. देन आई अपेयर्ड फॉर द मेन सिविल सर्विसेज and I got in one of the top ranks, so I got my first choice Indian Foreign Service, and I joined the Foreign Service.
Okay, sir. So जब हम बात करते हैं सर यूपीएससी की, तो यूपीएससी एक ऐसा एग्ज़ाम है जो बहुत सारे स्ट्रगल्स के साथ आता है, बहुत सारी और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ के साथ तो आता है, लेकिन बहुत सारी डिफ़िकल्टीज़ के साथ आता है. So sir, what was the toughest part of your UPSC journey?
You see, the most important part is that you have to make your choices right. In the preliminary exam, the syllabus is very vast. So you have to identify areas where you are strong and you prepare for that. In the main exam, you have to select. That time, in our time, we used to have 2 optional papers with 2 papers each.
Okay.
Now it is 1 optional paper with 2, different papers. So the slide changed, but you have to choose your paper very carefully. And I chose one of my paper was management that time, which was not easy paper, but I did it very well.
Yes,
so I think this is very important. Plus, as I said in the very beginning, you have to have a resolve which is iron resolve, very firm resolve that yes, I have to do it. And with that single-minded approach, if you start your career, you will do it very well. And that's what happened to me. And I was myself surprised that I could get into the Indian Foreign Service.
बहुत सारे फेलियर्स आते रहे, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं आपके मन में विश्वास था कि मैं कर लूँगा.
बिल्कुल विश्वास था. और उस समय तक मेरी अगर व्यक्तिगत परिस्थितियां देखें, मेरी शादी हो चुकी थी, मेरी एक बेटी भी हो गई थी. मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरीज का एग्ज़ाम भी उसी समय दे रहा था, और मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी का एग्ज़ाम और सिविल सर्विस का एग्ज़ाम पेपर एक ही दिन थे, एक आफ्टरनून में एक मॉर्निंग में, तो वो दोनों मैंने क्लियर कर लिए. मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी का एग्ज़ाम भी मैं मेंबर हूँ इंस्टीट्यूट का, और इधर फिर सिविल सर्विस में मेरा काफ़ी हाई रैंक से अच्छे मार्क्स से सिलेक्शन हो गया.
सो यू आर ट्रूली एन इंस्पिरेशन फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस कि इतनी सारी प्रॉब्लम्स के बाद भी, इतनी सारी चीज़ों के बाद भी आपने इतना सब कुछ मैनेज किया. सर एक क्वेश्चन मेरा और है कि जैसे यूपीएससी करते टाइम बहुत सारे बच्चे लो फील करते हैं और गिव अप कर देते हैं. सो कैन यू प्लीज शेयर मी अ मोमेंट व्हेन यू ऑलमोस्ट गिव अप एंड व्हाट पुल यू थ्रू?
You see, this is a two-stage process. First, you have to assess your own abilities. That is very important because you should not do things which are not in your habit,
Yes, sir.
which you feel not very comfortable doing. So you have to be comfortable. So you assess that this is what my, you know, strength is.
Yes, sir.
Based on that strength, you should select the papers and then prepare for it.
Okay.
Then what is most important is the iron will. But your own strength is also important. If you are not inclined to civil service, don't choose it. That's not the only career in life. You can choose another career. You can go in business, you can become an entrepreneur, you can join as a professor, you can do something else, even music, sports. But if you have your inclination towards civil services, then there would be no problem. With determination, you can do it. But if you don't have that capability, don't even try because that will lead to frustration.
यस सर. एंड सर जैसे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स यूपीएससी कर रहे होते हैं सो उनका फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस होता है आईएएस, लेकिन व्हाट इंस्पायर्ड यू टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ आईएफएस?
This is another very interesting question.
Yes, sir.
You know, see, to be truthful, I thought, why not I represent my country abroad? When you are representing a nation,
Yes, sir.
and nation like India, it gives you a different pride, different feeling, and that's what happened to me. I represented my country. I served as ambassador in 7 different countries, and I represented India. So naturally, it gives you a different feeling. It also gives you responsibilities, but it also gives you tremendous experience.
Yes, sir.
That how you manage bilateral relations between India and the host country where you are located.
So you are telling about the responsibilities of IFS. So what are the responsibilities and challenges that come with IFS?
There are many of them. First of all, you have to learn a few languages.
Okay.
One language you have to learn as part of the curriculum. That was my language, was French. But then I learned French and I also learned Spanish. Secondly, when you are displaced from your own country, the cultural traditions are very different in different places.
True.
To begin with, the names of the people are very different. You find it difficult to pronounce their names.
True.
The linguistic abilities are different. Their daily routine habits are different. Their food habits are different.
Yes.
The festivities are very different. So you have to be ready to learn and participate in the local cultural traditions of that country.
It comes with a lot
Then
of...
only you can develop good friends.
Yes.
If you remain isolated and remain confined to your own cultural practices completely, then you cannot learn about that country.
Yes, sir.
So you have to cross that hurdle. Then the problem also arises with your children and your spouse.
Yes, sir.
The spouse has to work a lot to prepare for a lot of representational activities. Like tomorrow is the National Day. So Ambassador of India will host a big reception. So there would be a reception of 500 people in my residence there. So the spouse has to work a lot, and in some places in those times, we didn't used to have Indian food restaurants at all. So a lot of cooking has to be done at home. The ladies will put together the resources. Somebody will make 100 samosas, somebody will make 500 gulab jamun, somebody will make something else. So we used to pool those resources that time. Now, of course, things have changed. There's a lot of Indian restaurants all over the places,
Yes.
but still that is important. So the spouse has to play a very important role in all representational activities, like invite the local ministers for dinner at home. So you have to be preparing for the kind of menu, the table arrangements, the food, the service, everything has to be very systematically organized in a protocol way.
Yes, sir.
And then your children will also have problem because every 3 years they will shift from one place to another. Like country like from Mongolia, you go to Bangladesh, so you go minus 42 degree temperature to plus 42 degree temperature. You see, this is the kind of thing. So your own habits also need to get used to that. Your children have to get used to that. Your spouse has to get used to that. But these are the challenges which you have to face if you want to represent India abroad.
True, sir. Sir, like we have talked about UPSC, so उसके अंदर एक main part होता है LBSNAA training. So how was your experience there?
You see, LBSNAA that time was 3 months foundational course,
Okay.
where all the civil servants who are selected in the civil, whether they are normally Indian Foreign Service, Indian Police Service, and Indian Administrative Service. These they go together, and this is the basic course in which they tell you how a civil servant should act. What are his duties? As you know, Sardar Patel had said civil servant is the steel frame of the country, and the governments come and go, but the civil servants are the one who are fully familiar with the system. They run the system. So that kind of knowledge which is required to run the system in a country, whether it's a telecom ministry or agriculture ministry, or whether it is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the fundamentals of civil service are taught there. And that is where I began my career, and I cherished those 3 months period when we were in Mussoorie that time.
So it comes with a lot of responsibilities, like adapting new cultures and everything, learning new things.
Absolutely. And then you also make a lot of friends, because there would be 500-600 probationers there.
Yes, sir.
And you learn, you meet great, in fact the professors are also from the civil service. So their experience you can share, and they will share with you, and you will learn. And then the guest speakers, they come mostly civil service people. So they also tell you about different experiences. So it's a journey where you learn a lot.
Yes, sir.
It's a journey to learn how to administer a country.
So we talked about your struggles and the motivation behind your journey. So now let's do a quick fun rapid fire round.
Okay.
Which country's cuisine did you enjoy the most?
I enjoyed everywhere the most, but I enjoyed maximum in France and in Mongolia.
Okay. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Free time, I do a lot of reading. I am also a writer. I have written several books. I am also writing poetry. I have 3 books, published books on poetry, Hindi as well as English.
Great, sir.
And presently I am doing a lot of work on what we call Adhyatma, knowing oneself, who am I.
Yes, sir.
So I have my YouTube channel, and on which I deliver talks.
Great, sir. So can you share a funny or unusual incident from one of your foreign postings?
Don't ask me that. That's a big secret, but let me tell you one thing.
Okay, sir.
My first posting was in Belgium, and then that time, you see, this the separatist movement in Punjab was quite active, and then in the Belgium was that time looking after the EEC. It was called European Economic Commission.
Okay.
And there was a European Parliament which was based in Strasbourg. So there was a radio station which was started by these Khalistani elements on a ship in that area.
Okay.
And I was asked to go to the European Parliament, lobby with the parliamentarians, and then to see how the radio station can be stopped. So me and one of my colleagues, we went to Strasbourg. We talked to many parliamentarians, explained to them, and after a few weeks that radio station was stopped. So that is one of the incidents I can tell you. There are many more, but this is one of them.
Great, sir. All right, this was so much fun, sir. Thank you so much for your insights, for your energy that you have come here and talk to us and give us so much of information. Thank you so much, sir. We are truly pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much for the invitation. My last word before I conclude is to the younger generation, people like you, because this is the age when the hormones are very active in the body and the mind is very, vacillating all the time here and there. So don't get into wrong company, don't get into wrong habits. Follow your routine system, keep your determination, you will do very well in life. Don't get into any addiction of any nature.